Shalom. First and foremost, we give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Makabadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well. Blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect. Those in this gospel, brother, lift up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is just another lesson through the Spirit, covering of the Iranian and Israeli conflict. As we know that we're in a time these prophecies being fulfilled. Okay, according to the book of Judges, 3rd chapter, the scriptures say that let the weak say that I'm strong in beating your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Okay, because ultimately Esau is getting ready to enter a worldwide war, global war. Okay, so this is from Full Spectrum Survival. Okay, in my opinion, I feel like they put out a from them shows. You know, these guys are preppers. You know, pretty much they condone people to stock up goods and to, you know, get weapons and things like that, which, you know, food and goods and necessities for a cold day, it's not a bad idea, you know, a few couple of cases of water, you know, food, beans, rice, whatever you may need. But in the grand scheme of things, we know that that's not going to save us, because we know that we ought to put our faith in Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai, okay, who the world ably calls God and Jesus Christ. So with that being said, you know, that's what we put our faith in. You know, as times are collapsing, the American economy is falling, people losing jobs, inflation is at an all-time high. So, you know, people are with a perverse mindset, you know. And with that being said, things are tensing up. So it says here, it says, breaking news, here it comes, Israel instructed to attack, watch and wait. Okay, now there's no article that's attached to this, but as I was reading on a few articles, Biden earlier throughout the week anticipating that another strike was going to pretty much hit, that Iran was going to retaliate, you know, due to what happened up in the 12 days prior when they pretty much eliminated, I believe it was like a general of the Iranian platoon, so to speak. So what happened is that Biden was like, look, we're expecting a retaliatory strike from Iran. And Iran is basically saying, look, we can touch y'all, okay? Now, I don't think that they necessarily injured people according to main source news, but me personally, I don't believe in mainstream media. So I beg to differ that people didn't get killed. So I beg to differ. All right, they said, oh, wasn't any many casualties, this and this and that. That's all bullshit, because if you send 300 missile strikes, 300 drones, or 150, they call them like cruise missiles or something, then you had 150 drones that attacked this region. You mean to tell me that ain't nobody get hurt, but they was targeting infrastructure? I find that hard to believe, man. You know, but like I said, this devil lies because he likes to control the narrative, and he like people to believe that he has control of the narrative, and really he doesn't. All right. So also I was looking at another video too. It says, matter of fact, it says,
I pledge allegiance
hold
to
up,
the...
give me a second. But the title here says, breaking news, attack in 24 hours. U.S. urges leave Iran now, meaning that they're getting ready to retaliate, which will further push them into a conflict with Iran, soon to be Russia, China, North Korea, okay, Libya, Egypt, and all the nations that it mentioned in Ezekiel the 38th chapter. All right, so let's look and see what NBC News say. And one thing, I fucking hate mainstream media. You know, I hate mainstream media because for the simple fact, you know, they don't give you the real rundown as to what's happening. All right, so it says, Iran live uptight, Israel war cabinet meets on response as world leaders urge restraint. Okay, because ultimately they don't want to deal, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to really deal with the whole ordeal of going to war, because they have other provisions that they want to manifest, you know. But anyway, it says Israel was weighing in the next steps over the weekend. And it says, and well, with the Israeli official telling NBC News the country will respond, but no final decision has been made on the scale of timing of that response. It says the country's war cabinet will convene today after an hours-long meeting last night. And we know, like I said, this guy Biden, he wants to find a more diplomatic solution or response to that issue. Okay, in which reality of it is, man, y'all just gonna have to go to war. And that's what the scriptures say. All right, so anyway, this is the book of Job 15. Matter of fact, let's start at 15, and I'm going to start at verses 34. It says here, matter of fact, let's start at verses 30. It says, and he should not depart out of darkness, and the flame should drop his branches, and the breath of his mouth should go away. Let him that is deceived trust in vanity, for vanity should be his recompense. But if it should accompany him before his time, and his branch should not be green, going into his new world order. Okay, when you see them to deal with this new world order, it's ultimately felon because they're running into all types of hurdles. This is why Esau is coming down with great wrath. Right? But it says he should shake off his unripe grape as the vine, and cast off his flower as an olive. This is for the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate, and fire should consume the tabernacles of the bribery. Right, man. And that fire is going to be in the form of nuclear fire, because we know that eventually that this war between China, Russia, Iran, and the world's nations, NATO, and the EU, we understand that it's going to bring about a total destruction of America, man. Okay, aka Babylon the Great, that great whore. Lord said he's going to burn this whore, man, okay, and deservingly so, because these people are too lackadaisical. You know, here we're in the middle of a damn war, economic crisis, and yet the only thing these people can do is continue to drink their liquor, smoke their weed, do their drugs, you know what I'm saying, commit their adultery, worship their idols. Like, they have no sense of urgency here, and they wonder why things have taken them unaware. You know, this ain't 1993 no more, man. You know, rents are high as hell. Food is up fucking 40%. Okay, talking about a 3% increase in inflation. That's a damn lie, because Kansas City alone had 17% inflation in 1 year. So that's a goddamn lie. All right, a $455 one bedroom down here is now $1,000 a month, and that's not even in a good neighborhood. And they're gonna continue to put the squeeze on people until people comply with their tyranny, man. And that's ultimately what's gonna happen. They're going to continue to put the squeeze on people. And these other nations, they're going to war behind that, man. All right? So anyway, let's go here. 2 Ezra 15. And I'm going to start at verses... Let's start at verses 20. It says, Behold, says Yahweh, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me. It says, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, in Lebanus, to turn themselves one against another, and to repay the things that they have done to them. So the Lord is using these nations in the form of Russia, China, North Korea, all these nations to get back at this war because of what they've done to our people. Because when you come to America, like right now, I'm at a particular location, you know, I'm working and stuff like that, getting some things done. But I'm in a hood. I'm on what they call, well, it's not even important where I'm at. But they're gentrifying this hood, but when you still look at it, you know, it's still like a lot of drunkos and winos around here, man. You know, it's a lot of drunkos, a lot of winos, but as you see, this hood is slowly changing. They're building things up, and they're getting ready to push these people out, you know. But before then, they all on drugs, no resources. You know what I'm saying? A lot of crime is down here, breaking and entering. You know, people are hurting, you know, and that's all due to Esau's wicked rulership. You know, and people getting ready to go batshit crazy out here, brothers. But it says, like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense their bosom, thus says the Lord Yahweh. Okay, so the Lord is getting ready to plead our cause, man, on all you people, the 2/3 of our people, you heathens, okay, all you people are getting ready to get some get back. But verse 28, it says, behold, a horrible vision in the appearance there from the east. And where they at right now? In the east. Okay, that term Middle East is just a made-up term. Esau used that to assume control over the trades and markets of that particular region, because that Mediterranean region is a very lucrative port when it comes to resources. And the Mediterranean alone, by being a closed system, it's very lucrative in resources, man. And Esau knows that. Okay, he wants to do an ethnic cleansing of that land and to play savior of his people, you know. But it says here, wherefore the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, military vehicles, their tomahawks, their drones, their planes, soon to be nuclear. And the multitude of them shall be carried away as the wind upon the earth, that all which hear them may fear and tremble, right? Because they're going to shoot rockets, as we just seen that Iran just retaliated against Israel, you know. And it says, and also the Carmenians raging in wrath shall go forth as wild boars of the wood. Now, I looked up Carmedia, right? Ancient Carmedia, and it's the province of Persia, which is today the Iranians. Okay, because it says, who are the ancient Carmenians? It says, the Carmenians were warlike people who were said to live and fight like Medes and Persians. And we know the Persians is another way of, another way of the Iranians. Or Carmenia is another way of saying Iran. Except they be used donkeys even in war, because horses were so scarce. Okay, so Carmenian in the Bible, right? Now, when it says here, Second Edges 15:30, makes reference of the Carmenians. And it reads, and it says, these are a people from Carmania, a fertile province of ancient Persia, which is Iran today, situated on the north shore of the Persian Gulf, modern Kerman. It says it is a mountain region separated by the desert from Persis, which is the southwest part of Iran, or Persia in the west. Okay, just to give you some edification on that. All right. Carmenia, Iran, the Carmenians today. If you look on a map, basically Carmenia would be what they would consider Iran today. All right. So anyway, going back to the precepts here, it says also the Carmenians or the Persians or the Elamites or the Iranians ranging in wrath should go forth as wild boar of the wood. It says, and with great power they should come and join battle with them. And who is it talking about? Their Muslim brothers, man. Ishmael. Okay, because they are relatives at the end of the day. Like a lot of times people can't seem to tell the difference between an Ishmaelite and a Elamite. A lot of people thought that Elam, or they thought that Iran was Ishmael, but it's not. That's actually Elam or Elam, as brothers affectionately call it. But they both worship Allah. One side being Shiite, the other being Sunni. You know, but it says here, shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. And what's that? Because there's going to be strikes over here, man. This is why the FBI is warning people, or warning the so-called Americans, that, hey, you know, be careful. We're expecting some type of retaliatory or strike from Iran, you know, in your big venues. When people go to these big concerts and all that shit, hey, this is red alert, man, because, hey, anything at any moment could go down. Which, me personally, I believe that America is responsible for a lot of its own attacks, because the scriptures call this the virgin daughter of Babylon. But nonetheless, you do have Iranian nationals here. You have people from the Ukraine over here. Okay, you got people from you got people from all over Venezuela. Everybody's here. Like when I came out the crib today and I went on the main strip, man, I mean, I'm seeing all types of different people. Like I don't know if a city bus let them off, but as I was turning down, it was just like a group of people. Some look homeless, some look like, you know, they had on backpacks. Some look like they're from Africa, some look like they're from Iran. Then you had Edomites that look derelict and homeless. I mean, all types of shit, man. I'm just like, wait a minute, this is a little strange. This is different because for this area, we've never seen this mass migration. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, it's different. I can't say that, you know. But anyway, it says to waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians, which the modern day Assyrians would be the Edomites, man. Okay, the Lord said he's going to waste a portion of the land of it because, like I said, there's going to be particular attacks on this side of the world, whether it be inside attacks or whether it be actually from other heathens or other nations or other proxies. So we got to keep our eyes on these things and be circumspect on where we choose to hang out, man. You know, it's like as far as concerts and sports games and Super Bowl games, that's off the limits. Like you don't want to be in places like that because that's a easy target. But it says, and the dragon shall have the upper hand, remembering their nature, as we just read that they are warlike people, because you can say that the Iranians, okay, when they team up with Arabia, the dragons of Arabia, they're going to perform a formidable alliance. So you can easily say that they're going to be turned. It says, and all shall say the dragon shall have the upper hand, remembering their nature, and if they should turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them. Yeah, because they feel like the Babylonians have lived off other people's misery, which you have. Okay, everything that's built in America has been unjustly gained. The scriptures say that any man that built a home, a house with somebody else's blood, basically, man, you're going to be overthrown. That's in Sirach 21 and 22. He that builded another man's house for money is like he that builded a tomb for his own burial, man. So, you know. And it says here in the land, it says, and these should be trouble-bled and keep silence through their power and shall flee. In the land of Assyria shall the enemy besiege them and consume some of them, and their host should be fear and dread and strife among their kings. Yeah, because these politicians, these liberal leaders, America's have been invaded, it's been taken. And it reads, it says, and behold, clouds from the east and from the north and to the south, and they have a very horrible, it says, and they are very horrible to look upon, full of wrath and storm. Yeah, man, those chariots they got, you know, those missiles. Okay, and it says, and they should smite one another, and they should smite down a great multitude of stars upon the earth, even their own star, and blood should be from the sword into the belly, and the dung of men into the camel's hoof. and there should be great fearfulness and trembling upon the earth. And they that see the wrath should be afraid, and trembling should come upon them, man. Okay? So this is the point. It says that when there should be great storms from the south and from the north, and another part from the west, and strong winds shall arise from the east, and shall open it, and the cloud which he raised it up in wrath, the star stirred to it, fear towards the east-west wind shall be destroyed, because this is going to be a nuclear war, a nuclear battle, okay, between the world's nations and the world's top leaders, and Yahweh Shai is going to come back and put an end to all this fighting, man, by destroying you nations, okay? So it says here, and the great and mighty cloud should be puffed up full of wrath and the star, and they should make all the earth afraid, and them that dwell therein, and they should pour out every high place and eminent place of the horrible star. The fire and hell and flying swords, which are missiles, and many waters, which is the people, and all the fields may be full, all the rivers, and abundance of great waters, and they shall break down the cities and walls, mountains and hills, trees of wood, and grass of the meadows, and their corn. And they should go steadfastly into Babylon and make her afraid. Then they should come to besiege her, and a star and all the wrath should they pour out upon her. Then shall the dust and smoke go up into heaven, and all they that be about her shall bewail her. So this place is getting ready to be hit, man. Okay, this place is getting ready to be taken out. All right, but anyway, this is just a quick lesson giving out praises and glory and honor. Let's do to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakadash. Lord's will, you are edified. Until the next session.